Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Politically Correct Ghana lesson 366, and today is the 25th of June 2026, and I almost went a year back, so forgive me. But then we want to discuss the plans and projections of fuel pricing in Ghana, the plans and projections of the fuel pricing of the economy of Ghana. All right, so then we know one thing is that prices of fuel is that which turns the economy of Ghana around. Prices of fuel is that which turns the whole economy of Ghana around. Take it or leave it, that's what it is. It is the key thing that turns the whole economy around. So then we have to look at that concept very well. We have to look at that whole enterprise very well. That's the pricing of fuel. Just that bit, the pricing of fuel, because the moment we get it right and get it stable, then we are there. All right. Last week we did this same discussions and we came up with ideas as what? Stability, exchange rate. We fixed the exchange rate. We projected that the exchange rate should be at 6 cedis per dollar. Then we came up with an idea that we come up with a model, a statistical model that would give us the opportunity to predict the pricing of fuel at the pumps in Ghana. All right. So we're continuing. If we want to achieve this, we have to look at what is stability. Stability becomes the key point here. To achieve that stability, we would have to find a nice way, a more realistic way, where all the players, all the stakeholders in the fuel industry are all winning, but not making supernormal profit, but are winning, but not supernormal profits, please. So then what will it be? Since the deregulation of petrol from the year 2008, we have got data, the crude oil pricing data, all the way from 2008 to today, 2026. And we have the exchange rate data from 2008 all the way up to today. So why can't we come up with the stability that we talked about last week? We can come up with a stability pricing of petrol at the pump in Ghana. And that will resolve most of our issues, because with stability, we are certain to get there. So one, we know what goes into the fuel pricing: taxes, crude oil pricing. Then we also know that the exchange rate. So these three are the factors. Taxes are said live as constant. So we know that the Brent crude price on the world market can go as high as $140 per barrel and drop as low as $40, $35 per barrel. $140 during wartime, and good time is about $50, $60 per barrel, or $40 per barrel thereabout. So then why don't us model it that we know that we are going to work towards a $6 to a dollar in a year and a half? So why can't the regulators call all the players, all the beneficiaries, all the stakeholders to a stakeholder meeting and say, look, let us fix our price on an upper quartile. Come up with a model, then determine the upper quartile pricing of the Brent crude oil, which will be about $88 per barrel. About $88 per barrel of crude oil. Then the cedi we know is 6 cedis. If we do that, then the pricing of the fuel at the pump should be 9 cedis per liter. 9 cedis per liter, where nobody loses, everybody gains. We gain it all and lose none. All players in the market win, but not supernormal profit. They all win, none loses. That should be the goal. All players should win and none should lose. We all win and none loses. So it's 9 cedis cap, because the upper quartile is what? $88 per barrel and at an exchange rate of 6 cedis. So it should be 9 cedis per liter of petrol at the pump. Then you can come as low as the lower quartile, or let's look at the average. But I would prefer the lower quartile. When you look at the lower quartile of the statistical table of pricing of Brent crude and then the cedi to dollar to cedi, you're talking of about $50 per barrel of crude oil. That's Brent crude oil. Then you're talking at 6 cedis. Then it means that you are going for a liter of petrol at the pump in Ghana at 8 cedis, 24 pesos. So between 8 cedis, 24 pesos and 9 cedis is what the pricing should be, where nobody loses, everybody wins. The name is GHc9.00. That stability is what we want. We don't need this bi-monthly or fortnightly changing in pricing. Should it be announced? It's not necessary anymore because we have been doing this since 2008. It's a long time. We should come up with this determinate pricing, this stable pricing between 9 cedis and then 8 cedis 24 pesos per liter of petrol at the pump. The name is H. Kwame Faglo. Thank you.